You know what I love about going to spawn on the Archon? People just, drop bows and stuff where you power forward. Come on, that's pretty cool. Hey there guys, it's Tipa here, back with episode 3 of Factions, and I did promise a raid in this episode, but it's been 2 weeks since the last one, so I think we got some catching up to do and might not have time for a raid today. So first let me explain why I didn't upload for the last 2 weeks. So basically I decided whenever I have, a big test or something like that in school, I will not go for a video. And so I've had a test every single day for the last 2 weeks because I guess teachers were just trying to cram for the break that I have this week. I have a whole week off. Ooh, orange tulip, thanks for that. Cool, dude. I have your head. I guess I should inform you guys on what happened in the last 2 weeks. So, first thing is, I went to the shop and I went back here and I saw, oh, wood sells for 100 per 16, which is like an insane amount. So, I went ahead and I chopped down a forest near me. Yeah, you'll see my stats. I have wood cutting at 64. I got $33,000. That along with my melon farm, which I made in the last episode. Yeah, that's basically how I got most of my money. But then more stuff actually happened. So I gotta inform you guys on a little conspiracy sort of investigation thing that's happening. There's been a little bit of a, I guess, problem. I don't know how to describe what it is. So I think there's a traitor, or there was a traitor in my faction. He's one of my members. His name is Rithian Tyrant. Last week on Friday, I gave him moderator to the faction, and then I logged in 2 days ago, and /F who? I'm the only one in my faction now. Yeah, if I /F who Rithian Tyrant, he's in another faction which is allies with one of my enemies, but he's also enemies with one of my enemies too. So I don't know what's happened. And even more, he had a base right next to mine, but now it's just completely gone. And what happened to my base, if we go /home, yeah, we'll see that my base looks completely fine over here. There's a hole over there, This has always been here. It's just leading into a small cave. But then over here, there's a big hole. My ender chest is missing. I actually found my anvil, like, very damaged, like, just sitting right out here. Yeah, I had 7 stacks of iron. They're all gone now. For some reason, they didn't want to take any of the redstone, though, or this thing. I don't have an enchantment table anymore. And so, I thought it was my faction's buddy Ryan, or Rithian Tyrant. I'm not sure, because he said it wasn't him, and I'm not sure if I should trust him, because I don't think random Archon glitches happen where that just kicks everyone from the faction except for you, because, that's a pretty big problem if it is, and if it is a real glitch, it's a pretty big problem. So I'm pretty sure they should have fixed it by now. I think he probably kicked everyone, but I do have one other moderator who doesn't like log on the server much. So one other thing I wanted to check out was there was this random cobblestone thing, and it looks like it was some guy who I think dug straight down to me, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go and investigate what has happened here. It's really confusing because I'm like really far away on an unclaimed area. So I'm not sure how whoever found me actually did find me. So we're gonna go up and we're gonna like figure out, did these guys just dig straight down to us? Because that's pretty weird on how they decided, okay, let's dig straight down. Either, my faction's member, Rithian Tyrant, sold me out on where my base was, or some people were just really lucky, or, maybe even X-ray hacking. Another thing I needed to tell you guys about is I went to spawn just to, PvP, and then the first guy I had to meet, he had, like, no gear. Of course he had to have kill aura, and I lost only 22 levels. I mean, it's not that bad, but, that's just an experience I want to share with you. But look at this. It's, like, going straight down. There's no cave here or anything. He just... Okay, look, I see water there. That means... Are you serious? Did this guy just, like, have my coordinates? And what I was thinking is my buddy Ryan, the reason he'd sell me out is because he wanted spawners really badly, and apparently he told me that these guys these guys mine spawners for him. So, you know what? I'm a very good investigator. This is just the middle of nowhere. What is this? Were my coordinates just sold or something? I don't know what happened. X-ray hackers, my cords being sold. Who knows? I guess we gotta move bases now because, you know, this one's been raided. I was actually thinking of buying a cow spawner, and then, you know, of course, I had to get raided, so I don't think I should buy a spawner at the moment until I find a good place to hide. Actually, one other thing I was also trying to do over, you know, when I had free time was actually try and make money so I could get a whole bunch of gear so I would be ready for this raid. But it looks like you don't actually have to make money. You can just camp spawn and then, oh look, a power 3 bow. We need to go and buy stuff to make a new ender chest. Here, first let's go ahead and get the obsidian. I really want to know who did, you know, stuff to my base. I'm pretty sure it's you know, Rithian Tyrant. Like, wow, where would all my stuff go? Oh. Yep. Well, I'm not gonna even try right now because of that lag. I guess I'll actually come on a little bit later and record more, but yeah, for now it's lagging too much for me to actually do anything. Close the door behind you, Ryan.
What the heck? What happened to this room?
Never mind that, just close the door. Come in, Ryan. Take a seat. We have some stuff to talk about.
But there's no seats.
There's a seat right next to me.
Yep.
Okay. Rithian Tyrant, my best pal. The guy who probably betrayed my faction. Huh?
No.
Well, I have some questions to ask you then for this investigation. Where were you on the Friday night of last week?
In a competitive match for CSGO.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive. That your cover-up story?
Yep.
And is it true that you were active on factions? Went on almost every single day last week?
Yes.
And is it true that everyone else in your faction was inactive?
Yes.
You saw that all the members left, so you left to a new faction.
Yes.
And this faction gave you spawners.
Well, I found spawners while walking around in caves and stuff, and then I'd asked one of them to mine it for me. Then I'd like pay him like $1,000 in game.
Or
Then
you'd give them some coordinates to a base.
No.
No, you wouldn't give them coordinates to a base because you didn't have the money. Just no, nothing else. Just
Nope.
No.
I didn't give him the cords.
Okay, well then, what about everyone in the faction leaving? Is that a Archon glitch or the evil tyrant Rithian doing something?
I didn't even know that everyone. Well, I left, and then Nicholas told me that everyone else had left when we were playing last Friday.
And who's Nicholas?
Nicholas is another faction member. You're playing Insurgency.
What's Insurgency? Is that
Another
a factions game where you kill all your members, steal from them, raid from them?
No, it's a terrorist and counter-terrorist game.
So if I were to say that the faction that you joined bribed you by mining spawners for you so you could kick all of our members and you were talking to them in side chat, what would you say?
That never happened.
So what do you think did happen to our faction?
Not sure, because I didn't play factions on Friday.
Well, that's when I logged in and I saw that our faction was, you know, gone.
I mean, I left the faction on like Tuesday, and I hadn't checked. I hadn't even been to your house, because I actually don't even know the codes of your house, because I can't find it anymore.
There were actually only two things that could have happened to my base. Earlier in this episode, I actually dug up to where I saw that they probably entered from. It was just the middle of the ocean, and the two things I thought were either my coordinates were sold, and since at the same time my one active moderator had left my faction and all of my members had been kicked, and I know they've been kicked because one of them is actually away out on vacation right now, so he couldn't have left himself. So that's why I, went to you, because I asked the other moderator and of course that's an inactive factions moderator. And so when I dug up, I saw that yeah, it was just dug straight up. It was 2 blocks, so maybe they wouldn't fall in lava or something. And if they were cautious to not fall in lava, it would have been my coordinates sold. But if it was like an X-ray hacker, because no one just digs straight down and finds a base, because it was unclaimed too. So if it was an X-ray hacker, they would have known there's no lava there and dug one thing down.
That's what happened to me.
Okay. So I think that sort of solves the mystery of what happened to our bases.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you, Ryan. I believe you. Okay, so you guys heard it here first. We're blaming it on a glitch for all my factions members being kicked, and the raid, we're blaming it on hacker. No, don't kill yourself. I wasn't blaming you. Did he die? Oh, whatever. Okay, well, yep, that's what we're blaming it on. So I'll do a raid in the next episode, because this one became too long on me trying to figure out what happened to my faction. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.